So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So, did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them? They want money for housing, they want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one cared. No one cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo? That doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match. So the only qualifications it looks like they have, I'm white.
The New York Times just published this story on this whites only town in Arkansas, and the pictures are sending me. These guys are like, oh, we don't want any blacks in our town. And I take a look at the town. Hold up. Yes, I too would like to live in your whites only shanty town. Oh my gosh, please, I am dying to live in the middle of nowhere. I too would like an office that doesn't even have real walls. No, us blacks are dying to live like this. The goats don't even have a real enclosure to live in. Hey, I even did more digging, and this right-wing news outlet said this: it is scratchy living, extremely hot even in May, and full of tick that burrow into people's skin. So no, they don't have to worry about my blacks stumbling into their makeshift Great Depression plywood shantytown. Also, I saw someone comment whether we could build a wall around them, and yeah, I fear we must build the wall.
I just saw a video of this dude being like, yeah, black people are mad about that all white town in Arkansas. They're so mad. That's one of the things I hate about social media, dude, because the only people I've seen talk about this shit are non-black people, specifically other white people. They going on their little rants, they talking about it, rightfully so, because the shit crazy. But like, ain't no black people just mad, bro. What? Like, they'll see the white skin on the person who's mad about something and then will still say black people are so mad about this thing. And it's just so crazy how they're mad about this thing, bro. Please.
Oh, let them build a white-only community in Arkansas. They'll find out. They'll find out how bored they are. I mean, without Mexican, indigenous, black, Asian influences, like, what are they even doing? Like, just eating mayonnaise and listening to country music, I guess? Like, I'd be really worried about the kids in that community, though, right? Like, they're going to become the entertainment in an evil sort of way. But other than that, just let them have their experiment. Pfft, they'll find out.
That whites only community that's growing is in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. I didn't know that was the location. You don't have to worry about us. We don't do mountains and we don't befriend bears. Just promise us that you will stay there. Stay in that community. Because after a while, your family members are going to come out looking like Sloth from the Goonies. If you a Gen X, you know who Sloth from the Goonies is. What makes it even better is the leader of that community, I think is running from Ecuador because he stole money out of that country. So they got a mini Trump. Trust, you not hurting our feelings.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, we saw a group of white people. They came out and they say that they are going to create white only town in Arkansas. So these people, they have realized that white only town, it cannot survive without black people, and that's why this white only town, it is collapsing. All whites only town, they are collapsing because they have come out and realized they cannot survive without black people. So kindly guys, I want you to watch this compilation of video and see the reaction from people seeing white only town collapsing. Then I'll be back with more comment. I'm your host Dash Lifestyle. Kindly remember to give a video a thumbs up. All credits goes to the original creator of the video, and kindly remember this video, it is only for educational purpose.
By now you've probably already heard of that white supremacist village where they want to have a whites only town, and I want to encourage them to do this project. But then they're only allowed to do it if they only... But let's make it a challenge for them to push their extremist ideas even further to the extreme. Don't use any inventions, products, or materials invented by people of color. That means that their little town cannot have any streetlights, it can't have peanut butter, it can't have elevators with automatic doors, it can't have any modern computers, or I would go as far as to say cell phones, because black people or people of color own partial inventions on all of those things. If they want to use them, no phones. They can't have spices, they can't have pepper, they can't have any of their food delivered on a refrigerated delivery truck. They cannot have clothes dryers. I'm sure the list can be even longer. So drop in the comments other things that have been invented by a person of color that will not be allowed in that little white supremacist town.
White people out in Arkansas and the Ozarks are creating these exclusive white-only communities. Should this be something black Americans should be worried about? Generally speaking, we really shouldn't give a about them wanting to be exclusive to themselves. But I think it's important to still ask questions. Like, what would happen if black Americans tried to do that? Because the last time I checked, when we tried to build exclusive communities, they burnt them down or flooded them out, like Black Wall Street. So why they get to build something without no consequences? Not only that, but are black Americans still obligated to pay federal taxes that support the infrastructure of these communities? I hope I'm not out here supporting a community that I can't go to. And what's up with all these truck drivers, black women and children going missing every time they pass through these sundown type of towns? Is that something we should be concerned about? If you guys could legally start building these communities? And lastly, are you guys taking your police officers with you too? Because according to Bowling Green State University, the police officers who commit the most PSV, police sexual violations, are predominantly white males. Please don't leave them behind. Take them with you too. Y'all boys stay up top.
They're building a whites-only town in the Ozarks. They're building a whites-only town in the Ozarks. America has devolved to the point where now there is a publicly known whites-only town being built. And it's just like, everyone's just okay with it. The craziest part to me is that it's being very publicly promoted as a whites-only town. I think the project's called Return to the Land or something like that. Segregation is back in effect in 2025. What do you guys think about that? Like, segregation is back in 2025. And y'all said Trump wasn't going to bring back segregation. He wasn't going to make America more racist. He's not racist. This wasn't happening under any other president. Well, last I remember, when they were white-only and black-only towns, the black-only towns were so successful that you guys had to burn them to the ground. Good luck doing that this time. Because now that they built a whites-only town, I don't see what's stopping us from making a black-only town. You feel? Only blacks allowed. Our track record shows that we'll be way more successful.
I see more white folks worried about that white-only town than black folks. Video after video, I'm seeing, oh my God, y'all, they're being a whites-only town in Arkansas. Did y'all see they're building that white-only town? What are we going to do? Nothing. We're not going to do a damn thing. Baby, Mother Nature will take its course. Black folks ain't worried about that shit because 9 times out of 10, they don't believe in vaccination. They don't believe in doctors. They barely can cook. The children going to have father uncles. It's going to become a cult. They're going to find a passage in the Bible so one person can become the full leader. And baby, we're going to have Waco all over again. Natural selection will take its course. Let them white folks build their shit. See, the thing is, they're building their stuff out of hate, no matter what they say. When black people built their community, it was for love. It was for protection. It was so we could have something to pass down. White folks have this whole country to pass down. They said they want to preserve their culture. I don't know what kind of culture they preserve. I saw them playing a flute. Hell, even the dog is white. Let them have that shit.
I need y'all to understand that those people do not intend to leave us alone in their little town in Arkansas. It's recently been in the news that some chalk children in America have decided to create their own whites-only town. And when asked by a reporter, they made it seem as though that they intend to just have a town of their own and resources of their own and just live off the land, returning to the land. A land that they stole through crimes against humanity, but who's counting? Many brothers and sisters' take on this is, hey, we don't care if y'all have your own, just leave us alone in the process. I mean, every time we've tried to do that, y'all have burned our towns down. And I'm just here to tell y'all that unfortunately, they do not intend to leave us alone. In the interview with the colonizer that wants to found this whites-only town in Arkansas, they're making it seem as though they just want to live in peace. We must remember that these are people that have never known peace. They didn't know peace when they was by themselves in the ice-cold mountains of Europe, and they're not going to know peace in the middle of Arkansas. In the 70s, there was a black scholar that broke down white supremacy into an equation. The same way that E equals MC squared, white supremacy equals white power over non-white powerlessness. And so that means that white supremacy cannot live in an environment where non-white people have any form of power. Because if there's no non-white people around, who are they superior to? Nothing they have achieved has been achieved by leaving people alone. It's like if your son or daughter said they didn't want to live in the house anymore and lock themselves in their room. In order to eat, brush their teeth, or do anything, that child would have to come outside the room. And it's the same thing for them. At some point, they are going to need resources and labor, and that's when they turn to us. And if we have our own power and our own resources, then we have no reason to share with them. And that is when they destroy what we have so that we have to work with them. Don't be fooled. Just like the movie Sinners, it all starts out nice and pleasant, but they have ulterior motives.
There are whites-only signs being erected in Missouri, the Ozarks. And I guess I'm wondering, like, why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? Here's my thing. Apparently, it's this community called For the Land or something like that. And they plan to go across all 50 states, creating white-only communities where nobody else, like no other kind of people can come in. And they can have their own rules and be completely purebred for their ancestors and stuff. And here's my thing. That's fine. I actually would prefer if all the racist people were to go live in the woods away from... But here's the issue. When black communities come together... Black Tulsa! When black communities come together and they actually start doing something, they actually succeed and get somewhere, it's always taken away, burned to the ground. Lake Lanier, hello? That's my thing. And it frustrates me when it comes to the black community as well. It's like, we still can't bring our businesses, like our wealthy black businesses, back to the hood. Y'all ask black people, why don't you bring your businesses back to the hood? It's so much deeper than that. Like, we have been so programmed that we don't even help each other anymore. And this is just truth. This is just fact, y'all. I can only speak on my community because I don't know anything else about any other community. Y'all tell me. But that is what I've noticed about the black community. I think that we don't actually believe that we can be something. We can be a force to be reckoned with. We individually have our own thoughts, yes, about what we could be, but I don't think as a collective we have come together yet and really admitted to ourselves that we can be better than what we are. I recently heard about this theory, right? It's called the flea theory. Let me show y'all. So basically, they got a generation of fleas and they put them in an open canister with the lid off. And the fleas would jump out. They'd escape. And then as they kept on breeding the fleas and the generations kept on going, with the second one, they would put the lid right here. Let's just say at the top. And they started, and when they hit the top, that third generation only jumped to the top. Then they lowered it. By the fourth generation, they were only jumping to where they put the lid, even when the lid was off. Now, once the 5th generation came along, they left it completely open, and none of the generations jumped past that limit that they did with the 4th. Are you catching what I'm putting down? It gets to a point that you're made to believe for so long that you are nothing, and you can be nothing, you can accomplish nothing, that you start to really actually be that and believe that. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, it's really sad that racists can come together and do more for their community than we can as Black people. And I feel like we have to do better. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so in a nutshell, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about the white community thing. I didn't even bat an eye, to be honest. Ugh, baby, I live in the South. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's it.
Arkansas, are you guys okay over there? Because what do you mean by a white-only community called Return to the Land is being built in the middle of Ozark? What land are we returning to? Like, what? Not like cabins and wells and goat milk and and flute recitals and like, girl, be for real with me right now. You're trying to build an ethno state and it's giving Pinterest colonial revival. Let me just read what their leader, yeah, because they have a leader. Let me read what the leader said. He said, "You want a white nation? Build a white town." Eric, this is not Minecraft. What are you talking about? Apparently this is where they're gonna give their speeches and shit. We reject multiculturalism, we reject LGBTQ, we reject y'all. How about that? But let's be serious, this is actually not just weird. This is extremely dangerous for us. It's happening right now with plans to expand into Missouri and even the Appalachian Mountains. Why? I don't know. Like, these are not fringe people anymore. They are organized, funded, and dead serious. Anyway, stay safe, y'all, because this is not giving Little House on the Prairie. This is giving Little Colt on the Plantation. Cecilia Mayhem is not here for it. But I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.
There is an all-white town being built in Arkansas right now, and I feel like it's not being talked about enough. I've seen it maybe one time, and that's it. In this town, there's no African-American people allowed, there's no gay people allowed, it's just white. And in the interview that the one news reporter is having with the guy, he's basically like, yeah, see, like, we're building a culture where we can control who our neighbor is. Just him using the word control in general, it's just like, oh, okay, so this is like just literally to have control over anyone that doesn't look like you or have the same, I guess, life as you. I'm just like curious, like, how is this like actually a thing that's happening? Because at first I looked at it and I was like, no, this has to be a joke. But then I actually looked into it and it's actually a thing that's going on right now and it's not being talked about. They're quite literally starting segregation again. So it's called Return to the Land. You mean the indigenous land? The name in itself is crazy.
So guys, I hope you have watched that message and you have seen how Black people, they have come out and respond to this group of white people who they are coming out and they want to create a white only town. And also these white people, they have realized that this white only town cannot survive without Black people, and this white only town, it is collapsing because we know the effort and we know that the people who built America, it is the Black people, and Black people, they have made they have made so much effort in America, and that's why America it is today, because of the effort and the hard work of the Black people. So these people, they thought that creating white only town will make Black people to suffer, or the Black people will lose a lot in America. But these people, they are getting it wrong. So these people, the Black people, they have come out and even send a message, and also the Black people, they are willing, helping them to also create the wall in this white only town so that they cannot come out and disturb the Black people in their community. So Black people, they want to help them build this white only town and also to create a huge hole, leave alone that of Mexican border. These people, they want to create a huge hole to make them not to come also in the Black neighborhood. So the Black people, they are very, very happy, and these people, they have seen creating this white only town, the people who will going to lose a lot, it is them, but not Black people. And that's why they are coming out and seeing that they made a mistake of creating this white only town. So I have some of the comment here that I want also to share with you. And also, guys, you can remember, you can share also your thought on the comment section. Tell me, what do you feel about now white people realizing that this white only town is going to collapse without black people? And for me, I've been telling you that we all know that white people, they cannot survive without black people. Even these western countries, these white countries, they cannot survive without black countries, simply because these people, they are using the resources from black countries, from Africa. These people, they are building their countries with the minerals, with the resources from Africa. So this is to tell you that these people, first of all, their countries cannot survive without black countries, and also these people, they cannot survive without black people. So I'm going to read some of the comment here. That this one is saying that, thank you guys. This one is saying that, I don't want my tax dollar going to them. Yeah, so this one is saying that if these white people that are creating their white only town, they should not use the tax money for the black people. Let the black people taxpayer money, let them enjoy their taxpayer money, but not this taxpayer money going to white only town. These white only towns, they need to tax. They need their citizens. They need to use their own money, but not the black taxpayer money. So this one is saying that it is over 10 sundown town, that it is nothing new long as they stay there. So we know sundown town, it is also for the white only. And right now, this the black people, they don't care, because this is not a new thing to them. This is like these people, they want now to create it to be known, because right now these people, they are coming out and showing us how racist they are. So we have been saying, oh, these people, they are racist, but majority of the rest of the world, they didn't believe. But right now we are seeing them coming out and creating this white only town. This is to mean that these people, they are creating racial biracial. These people, they want to be separated with other groups. They want white only. They don't want to mix with Asian. They don't want to mix with Mexican. They just want only white only. So this one is saying that, I thought they were so advanced. I thought they were so superior and able to plant their own food and self-support themselves. Yeah, so this one is saying that the crazy thing is they had a 400 years start in it, still not enough. Yeah, so these people, they have been saying that these people, they had 400 years to start this white only town, but they are not yet start. Why is it? Black people, they are not mad because these people, they are creating white only town. No, black people, they are very, very much happy to see that these people they are now separating themselves, because when these people, they'll be separating themselves, the black neighborhood also will be safe, because we have been seeing how these people, they have been treating the black people in America. So this one saying that their system is crumbling because it's built on too many abomination. Yeah, their system it is crumbling because it is built on too many abomination. So this one is saying that remember Black Wall Street, who need who? So this one saying that you are right, they are going to need farmers on my goodness. Yeah, so these white only towns, they are farmers also, they are going to be in trouble, because you have been seeing the black people, the immigrant people, they are the ones who are helping the white farmers in the farms. But we have been seeing the white farmers, they have been taking advantage of paying them low wages. But right now in these white only towns, I don't think that the white people, they will go in farms themselves. No, I don't think the white people, the white farmers, they will employ their fellow white people in the farms. And we all know how these people, they are. So we have been seeing these people in any way, they will still employ they will need black people to help them. So this one is saying that you are right, they are going to need I've read that. So this one saying let them figure it out. So this one saying that so they want my black tax dollar to help them. Are you serious? Yeah, So these people, they should not use the black taxpayer dollar. These people, you can imagine, these people, they're creating white-only towns, and they want the taxpayer dollar to help them creating this white-only town. This one, it is not good. So let them use their white taxpayer dollar. So this was saying that they are just reverting black to the mountains from where they came from. Yeah, so this one is saying that Galatians 6:7, King James Version 7, be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So this one saying that I'm trying to figure out how that white-only town in the Ozarks is different from any other town in the Ozarks. Yeah, so this one saying that, sis, I agree with you wholeheartedly. The day we came together, we will be that force, period. Yeah, so as black people also, we need to come together, because the only problem that we have as a black people, we are not united, and it is time for us to unite. So this one saying that another DEI project. Yeah, so this one saying that hell no, why in the world should the government help you with our tax dollar? Oh no, promise us you just leave us the hell alone. Remember, if you fail, don't come crying to us. Yeah, so the government should not help these people creating this white-only town with the black taxpayer money. So this one is saying that they don't understand it's FAFO season. Go right along and build your community. Nobody is going to bother you. Nobody is going to bother you. You all will be your own enemies. Trust that hatred gets you nowhere nowadays. Yeah, so this one is saying, I am sorry that now you no, we can keep our people safe. So this was saying that I am sorry, what now? What happened to the white-only town that include Jewish people to allow this town boy that I anger a pig, unless they move there anyway? So they're building a white-only town and it's not working out. Nothing can be done, but they will figure it out. Another great listing from your brother. This black American enjoy your content, so keep him coming. Sending much love to you. Yeah, so this one is saying that and there were the same people complaining about people being in food stamp and Medicaid. So this one is saying that do they know who invented country music, rock, and all? What kind of music do they listen to? So these people, if they are also creating white-only town, they should not use the innovation of the black people, because black people, they have been innovate a lot of things. So this tell you that also these people, if they are going to the white-only town, they should create their own music. These people, they should come up with their own invention, or they should use white invention but not black invention. So kindly guys, you can share your thoughts on the comment section and I'll be reading it. So remember to give a video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much.